This is a very quick video to introduce you to the new way in which you can display your VTLs and FLDs on your MT4 platform charts. We have completely redesigned the indicators so that it is much easier to display the VTLs and the FLDs that you want on your chart. So for instance, at the moment we are looking at some FLDs, and you can see the new buttons on the right hand side of my chart. At the top it tells me that I am able to select FLDs by means of these buttons. This is the range of FLDs that I can choose to view on this chart, because this is a 15-minute chart, and if I change my time frame, then the cycles that I can see on that chart will also change. Here you can see we have, I've chosen to only display targets on my chart. So here you can see these dashed lines are the FLD targets. Here is the FLD target for the 1-day FLD, and you can see price went from this low point over here early this morning, crossed the FLD and achieved its target perfectly, and came back up and retested that level before dropping down again. And then on the drop down, of course, we have a 5-hour target to the downside. So if I would like to see that FLD line, because it's all very well to simply look at the targets, but it's really nice to be able to see the line, then all I need to do is click on this button over here, and you can see that the line is displayed. So there is the 1-day FLD line, and there is the target, of course, that was generated as price crossed up above that line way back over here. I now turn my attention to the 5-hour cycle perhaps, and this short 5-hour FLD target, so perhaps I want to view the FLD line for that as well. Now perhaps my chart's beginning to look a little bit messy, so I can remove targets and lines and display nothing. So the way these buttons work is they are toggles, and they will take you through a sequence. So the 1-day FLD is presently displaying both the targets and the lines. If I click that button again, it will hide the target. So now all I am seeing is the line. Perhaps I'm happy with that. If not, I can click the button again and it will hide the 1-day FLD altogether. If I suddenly think, oh, it'd be quite interesting to see that 1-day FLD again, I click the button again and it shows me targets only. And I can cycle through and display everything that I want. Perhaps I want to turn the 1-day FLD off, and here I am looking at the 5-hour FLD, so I can do exactly the same thing with the 5-hour FLD. I can hide that target, or I can turn that off as well. And the 2-day FLD, there is no target of course, but I can click on the button just to see whether the 2-day FLD is anywhere important, and indeed it is. Price has come down to that 2-day FLD, and that might be providing us with a reason for price to be struggling to get down through this level, because it has the 2-day FLD in the way. So let's turn that off, and I click on this FLD button and it switches to VTLs. So we can display the VTLs in a similar manner. One click of the button and all you will see are the upward pointing VTLs, and here we only see the downward pointing VTLs, and finally we can hide that VTL altogether. We have a 1-day VTL down here at the bottom, as you can see, and we have this 2-day VTL, which might prove to be fairly important because price is approaching it and price is going to have to break down through that VTL. We're going to be rolling these indicators out really soon, just as soon as we've tested them and made sure that we've ironed out any potential problems. There's nothing more frustrating than clicking a button and nothing happens, so we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen. So look out for these updates to your Hurst cycles on MT4 indicators.